Sago Media.
Drew went into Monte's cell and took the student's commissary.
In my cell, black guy walks in. I go, "What's up?" And he goes, "Listen, man, this is how this is going to work. You're going to get me $50 in commissary every single month, and nobody's going to bother you." I went, "Yeah? You got a list?"
Season 1 was just the beginning. I told you what prison looked like. Season 2, I'm telling you what the prison felt.
He disrespected your gang?
Pretty much.
He badmouthed your gang?
That's basically what it's about.
What did you stab him with?
An ice pick.
This ain't TV, ain't no scripts, ain't no tough guy fantasies. These are real stories, real conflicts, real moments to decide whether you survive or get swallowed by the system. In Season 2, we go deeper. The wars you never hear about, the choices that follow you long after the cell doors closes, and those consequences nobody warns you about. This is Prison Wars, Season 2.
Blade off the waist, hit your ass.
Sago Media.
Shank blade.
Yeah, I know, nigga!
I'm not going for that. Play with me and I'm slapping.
Between a whole ass nigga and a job church, it's like a hybrid bitch ass nigga.
Last ops got crucified, and you seen what we did to him. We knew you wouldn't ride. You ain't standing tall with the killers, nigga, then move aside. We don't play around at this playground with you newer guys. You ain't at the top of the jungle gym, then you couldn't slide.
Text say go on YouTube, subscribe, nigga.
I be robbing these niggas. You get doing too much, I'm coming to get you.
Alright, I see you, Will.
Back down.
Oh man, where do we begin, man? So this particular story, man, actually takes place with a few characters from one of the last stories, the first Queen Lex situation. If y'all familiar with that story, Pennsylvania predator attacks in PA or whatever. Some of the characters from that story actually had something to do with this story, and this story could actually be told from a couple different origin points depending on who's telling the story, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to start the story with me, you know what I'm saying, because I'm telling the story. So I feel like it kind of started with me from my perspective, this particular story, whatever. So if y'all remember the story Queen Lex, not the first story, not the second story, I mean, with Marcelli or whatever, but the first one with Tone and Queen Lex or whatever, it was a character in that story named Cheeks for Sneak. Get out, you know what I'm saying? For some strange reason, he goes straight to this other boy named Dominique. Now, they was calling this boy Dominique Cheeks for Sneaks up this joint like this. Now, his real name is Dominique, aka Cheeks for Sneaks. Now, if y'all remember, in that story, I end up having to pull a bang out on board, you know what I'm saying, etc., in that story, whatever. Well, this is how how it ended up starting right here. So, you know, the boy Cheeks for Sneaks or whatever was a whole Cheeks for Sneaks. I explained the dynamics of Cheeks for Sneaks, you know what I'm saying? So for those of y'all that don't know what's up with this boy, y'all might have to go watch some of my other videos for references, you know what I'm saying? You might get some backstories on some of these characters or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They got origin stories and shit, you know what I'm saying? You might get something today or whatever, you know what I mean? But so, you know, this boy Cheeks for Sneaks, he was working in the CI shop or whatever. He had some time, and nigga was from out like Islandtown or some shit like that. He was in the cell with this boy named Big Hawk, and that's a whole nother story, a whole nother situation. We gonna get the Big Hawk. Some of these stories, they all connect for real, but we gonna get the Big Hawk later though. Big Hawk was some OG from out, I don't know where Big Hawk was from. I think he was from the Biddy though. Big ass old head, you know what I'm saying? Been down for a little minute or whatever. Him and Cheeks for Sneaks was in the cell together. Anyways, they both worked down the CI shop or whatever. And Big Hawk was running the store over there too. And we're gonna get back to this store situation in a second. But long story short, man, extortion and robbery is a real thing in jail, y'all. Don't never think that it's just some movie shit and niggas don't get extorted and robbed. Yo, niggas was getting extorted and robbed up Fayette. And I wanted parts. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, it was normal up that joint at one point in time. At least on B Block, bro. Niggas will make you put a slip in on that joint, bro. Like, go put that commissary slip in, bro. A nigga will make you do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, your people send money and all that shit. This shit was crazy. I seen some shit up that joint. Like, it was wild up there. So it make a nigga like me, like, this is what I, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, sheeps, wolves, you know the game, you feel me? So I felt, it was Dominique time, Cheeks for Sneaks time to get extorted around this joint. So that's how it was gonna go. You feel me? So y'all kind of know how that ended up turning out too. You know what I'm saying? So but like I said, this is how it starts. So shout out to my man Guns and shit. Guns got booked out York, PA. He from Queens though. He from Queens, New York, man. They gave my man forever and a day, man. Guns been down for a hot little minute, shit. Damn near a dub. We had about the same time, around the same amount of time and went out. And we was up there. I think he up Dallas right now. I'm not sure, but you know, I'm gonna put his picture up there. Shout out my man Mabel Davis though. But it was me, my man Guns, and my man Mills too. Mills ended up going to the Fed. They get that nigga. He had 365 months or some shit like that to do in the Feds, like some old wild astronomical number. But it's us three and we on some bullshit. I ain't even gonna hold you. We done already put the play down like, yo, next time we see this boy Dominique, we telling that nigga, yo, look, you gotta start cutting a check every week. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already putting it in it, we already had it in our head. That's what we was gonna do. So this particular that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We see the nigga, we start telling him, like, every time one of us see him, be like, yo, look, Sunday, we was telling nigga for a week straight, like, yo, Sunday we gonna give you these slips, you know what I'm saying, give you a list to put in, you know what I'm saying, make sure you put it in or whatever. So before we get to that, Sunday, it all started this one day so this where it all, the origin particularly starts with me, you know what I'm saying, in the Blockyard this one particular day or whatever. So we all out in the Blockyard. We don't have main yard. This is the afternoon, John. We don't have main yard that afternoon. So Cheeks for Sneaks, he's sitting at a table with this boy, with the white boys, like the poker table with the white boys, whatever. Now, it's this boy named Dink. Now, Dink, we'll get back to Dink in a second. You know what I'm saying? Cheeks for Sneaks, though, he feeling some type of way about, you know what I'm saying, us kind of like coming at him about like, yo, you gonna put a slip in. Big Hawk ain't protecting that nigga. Big Hawk ain't doing nothing for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Big Hawk lightweight extorting him too on the low. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know the whole dynamics of that whole situation. Anyways, like, you know what I'm saying? But Big Hawk is a key figure into one of these stories. So y'all might need to tap into some of these older stories. I'm telling y'all, right? So y'all gonna hear about Big Hawk later. So boom. You know, Big Hawk ain't protecting him like he food. You feel me? So I guess he felt he wasn't. So he go holler at Dink. Now Dink is some Dink a boy. He from up north, or Dink from Brickyard. I don't know where Dink was from. Dink from either north or he from Brickyard. I forget where Dink was from though. The reason I'm saying he was from Brickyard because he leaked my round, one of my rounds to Buck when I battled him up there and shit. He ended up telling Bucks one of my rounds. But Dink was a young boy. Dink was a little bit, maybe like 2 or 3 years, maybe younger than me, I think maybe. But young boy was big as shit. He was huge, no diddy. Like, young boy was swole, about 5'8", 5'9". Nigga put the whole rack up, no diddy. Like, bro, young boy strong as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy, bald head, you know what I'm saying? Me and Dink was cool, you feel me? Me and Dink ain't never really had no problems until this particular situation. So, boom, he go to Dink. Chinks for Sneaks must have went to Dink like, yo, Texan Guns, they trying to put the press on me, X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? So, Dink, you know what I'm saying? Dink just seen it as an opportunity for him to start paying up for protection type shit. So he get on the type time like, no, you ain't letting them niggas do nothing to you, X, Y, Z, or whatever, this, that, and the third. So we out in the yard, we out in the Blockyard. So Dominique sitting at the poker table with the white boys. Dink walk over there to where he at, you know what I'm saying, and start talking all loud. You know how niggas get in the yard or whatever, or get out, niggas in life. This ain't even restricted to jail. I just ain't seen niggas been doing this since the 8th grade. Yeah, ain't none of these niggas gonna do nothing to me. And yeah, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to him. Yeah, he under me now. I ain't gonna give nobody. But way he talking, I know he talking about me and Guns. So you know, I'm sitting on the edge of one of the poker tables myself. I'm rolling up the buckhorn. He start talking a little too crazy. Oh, who you talking to, cuz? You know what I'm saying? Like, so me and him end up having words a little bit. Boom. So as the words start transpiring again, he walking off. You know what I'm saying? As he walking off, he taking his shit off, going to that corner. Now up Fayette, man, let me tell y'all something. We about to do a little before we get back to the story. Up Fayette, you'll get your ass in that corner, bro. It be going down in that corner, bro. It be going down in them corners up Fayette on every single block, bro. Do not go up in that corner. I don't know which corner it is on which block you on, but don't go up in that corner if you ain't supposed to be up there. And if you do go up in that corner, be prepared to fight or kill in that joint, bro. That shit be vicious up in that corner. So he walking towards that corner. So hold up. Now mind you, me and Dink ain't never had no problems and shit. You know what I'm saying? But he talking kind of loud. And another thing, when you go upstate, when you go to the county, damn near, you know what I'm saying? If you there long enough, y'all, at some point in time, you gonna get tested. And at some point in time, you gonna get tested in front of the masses. I'm talking about on Broad Street, nigga. And how you react is gonna dictate a lot. You know what I'm saying? It could really dictate a lot on the duration of your bid. You know what I'm saying? The rest of your bid, how that's gonna play out. You feel me? So, you know, I done been up here for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know what it is with me and what type time I'm on. I ain't never been no bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you on that corner, we go to that corner.
Oh shit, it's about to be a crazy one. But before we continue, I need y'all to like this video, I need y'all to share this video, and I definitely need y'all to subscribe if you already haven't, man, because I promise y'all, we got crazy content coming in 2026. And make sure y'all hype this video too, man. Let's get back to the story.
So I'm rolling up the buck on him. He walking over to the corner. Like, he taking his shit out. He ain't doing no more talking. So Gun's like, yo, you want the joints? I'm like, nah, I can't. Cause mind you, Dink Muslim too. You feel me? So now we talking about this about to be a situation. You know what I'm saying? Dink alright, I'm alright. If we end up banging heads in this joint, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a lot of interviews. It's just too many people connected, and I'm about to explain why. So Dink is in the cell with Lum. Lum had just came around this time, you know what I'm saying? He in the cell with Lum, and Lum, he is like real cool with Stretch and Gotti. Now, as y'all know, Stretch is my motherfucking man, Gotti too. So it's Lum, Stretch, Gotti, and TL. Like, that's like the trio or whatever. Like, they the quadruple. But Dink, he in the cell with Lum or whatever. So they all kind of fuck with each other. But Stretch, like, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Stretch ain't letting nothing happen to me. I ain't letting nothing happen to Stretch. You know what I'm saying? But it can go down in this corner or whatever. So, boom. It's a lot of politics, a couple little B-block politics involved with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But fuck all that. We're in the corner then. If we gonna go over to the corner, that's what niggas wanna do. So boom, I start walking over to the corner behind him. So I don't go straight to the corner behind him. I'm smoking my cigarette or whatever, boom. And then I start walking over to the corner behind him because the masses is watching. Now you already know what time it is, nigga. We going, one lose a draw, you gotta go over in that corner or whatever. So boom, I'm walking over there and shit. As I'm walking over there though, Stretch calling me like, yo, Tex, come here. You know what I'm saying? So where Dink walked at, where the corner is at, you know what I'm saying? Stretch, Lum, and Gotti is all right there. They all standing at that back wall. The furthest wall on the basketball court. I'm gonna put pictures in here. I'm gonna show you the exact wall, the exact corner, the exact table I was at, the exact table Dominique was. I'm gonna show y'all, watch. So I put them in here, right? So boom, as I'm walking back there, Stretch like, yo, come here or whatever. So as I'm walking over there though, before I could even say anything, Dink say something. He's like, yo, Tex, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit wasn't about nothing. Like, I was out of pocket. So I'm like, yeah, cause nigga, we about to tear it up about this joint ski? Like, I ain't, like, we can go through something, but I want it to be clear. It ain't gonna be about these joints. It's gonna be about the disrespect, all these blind ass, you know what I'm saying, shit, all this woo ha ha. Let me tell y'all something, man. That shit don't never go well for niggas, dog. Especially in the penitentiary. When every time, like, somebody gonna pull your card. Every time I see a nigga get on that type time in the penitentiary, bro, like 95% of the time, bro, somebody, what? Who you talking to? Like, we can do that right now. All that tough shit. Yeah, ain't none of you niggas gonna do nothing to me and all that. Somebody's gonna pull your card every single time, damn near, bro. Like, huh? And then you gonna force your hand like, yo, all right, now you gotta stand on all this shit. It's best to sometimes let your more actions, unless you really about that life. You know what I'm saying? Unless that's what you really on. So that shit don't never be going well for niggas. So I'm on some same type. I'm on that type time. Like, yo, like if you wanna go through something, we can go through something. But I'm not. I just wanted to make it clear we not going through nothing about no Jinsky. It's not even my lane. It's about the disrespect. Like but he like, so we having words. He like, no. You right, you know what I'm saying? That shit wasn't about nothing or whatever. I was out of pocket. Now, apparently Stretch and Gotti must have said something to him about this shit. But mine, it wasn't no real, like, niggas wasn't trying to play Dink, or Dink wasn't trying to play me, like, cause me and Dink was alright. Me and Dink was alright. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and Dink was cool up until that point, and after that shit, we never had no problems or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. That was that, and y'all know how it turned out with me and the boy, Cheeks for Sneaks and Guns, how we end up having to pull that blade out on him and the boy Tone. So, boom, fast forward, boom. Now that's where the origin story starts for me with this particular story. It starts right there. I know that sounds crazy, right? But y'all know how I do, man. Come on. Y'all know how I put this shit together for y'all. Just stand patient. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, right there, Dink and the shit happened. Dink and Cheeks for Sneaks or whatever. Now, like I keep telling y'all, robbery and extortion is a real thing up in them jails, especially up in the state of Pennsylvania. Like, it really go down like that in that joint. You know what I'm saying? So, wham. Fast forward or whatever. Marcelli, you know what I'm saying? Now, at this particular time, I'm still in the cell with this boy Tay. Now, at this particular time, though, around this time in the cell with this boy Tay, this around the time I'm about to whoop his ass for the second time. You know what I'm saying? Because I done already had to whoop his ass one time. I told y'all about that.
When he grazed me across the chin, I just give him I give him one to the chest first. Boom, just to get him up off me and give me enough space to punch him right here in the snot box, him right in his jaw. Boom, he fly to the back of the cell. Now I'm rushing. So when I rushing, he grabbed me now.
But now I'm about to whoop his ass for a second time. It was right around that time. And then after I whoop his ass the second time, shortly after that is when all the Queen Lake shit happened. And I moved out the cell before the Queen Lake shit happened. And all that shit happened. But boom. This around that time or whatever though, right? So Marcelli, let's get into the backstory of Tay a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't talk about him a few times in these stories or whatever. So Tay or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Originally from East Falls, from the projects, you know, they tore them, burnt down. I don't know what happened to them Jones or whatever. After that, I guess his folks moved up like Susquehanna, up like 16th or 20th. He from like 16th or 20th for Susquehanna. I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying? But at least that's what he claimed. But no, he is from up there because I didn't bumped into his people out this joint. Shout out to Juice. They watched the podcast. You know, this nigga Tay didn't call home and told him this is what he on. Like, he's standing on it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this shit crazy. But I done bumped into his folks. Yo, I be watching that shit. That's my folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, he told us already. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, this shit wild. But anyways, he from up there. He from up that way or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Now, as y'all know, Tay came into jail. He only had a 5 to 10. He turned that 5 to 10 into 20 to 40, you know what I'm saying? Just making, I would say, not a smart decision at trial. You know what I'm saying? Lost trial, blue trial, end up getting a 15 to 30 on top of his 5 to 10. They ran it wild, gave a nigga a 20 to 40. So, he miserable. You know what I'm saying? Now, he a miserable ass nigga around this time. Like, when we first got upstate and he only had the 5 to 10, he wasn't that miserable when we was sellies. Once that 20 to 40 started running in on his ass, that nigga lost all his head. You know what I'm saying? That nigga started going crazy. Attitude started getting out of control. Nigga started having to whoop his ass. I wasn't the only nigga that had to whoop that nigga ass. That nigga was getting his ass whooped. TL went in there and whooped that nigga ass one time. That shit ended up becoming a situation out in the yard. Like, it was a few niggas that just was punching on that nigga daily at one point in time. That nigga running around all types of raccoons. And then you take a lot for me to have to whoop your ass in the cell too, because I don't really like fighting in them cells or whatever. I had to whoop his ass twice in them joints. But anyways, Tay, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't fucked up, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say he was fucked up, but he wasn't like, I don't know what to call it, man. It was like somewhere between indigent and alright, I guess, like somewhere in between there or whatever. I wouldn't really know what to call it or whatever. So boom. So his checks used to be coming like real sporadically, like they was coming way far in between or whatever. So he wasn't really getting a lot of checks out there, a lot of checks or whatever in that joint. So one day he get a check, you know what I'm saying? A nice little 150, 175 ball or whatever. So when he did used to get his checks, he did used to try to stretch them joints or put them in some type of investment, some packs or something like that. Like he did used to try. So he get the idea that he want to take the 175 that he got and put it in a store. Now he don't want to run no store because he don't want to go through the hassle of that shit, and he know niggas are just straight burning. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not doing all that with you. And when I don't even want all that type of traffic at the door with that store shit. So I'm telling him that though, cause at that time, y'all gotta understand, I wasn't even fucking with this boy like that. You know what I'm saying? But he telling me this shit like this. I'm like, bro, that's a bad idea. So then he come up with an even worse idea. The nigga decide that he gonna take the whole 170 ball and put it in another nigga's store and just be like a silent partner. And I'm like, bro, as soon as he tell me that, I'm like, no, don't do that, bro. That is a bad idea, bro. Like, you was tripping, you know what I'm saying? Anything could happen to main cuz. So the nigga's store he wanted to put it in this nigga named Musalik. Shout out to Musalik. Musalik was from out southwest. Me and Musalik was up Michigan together. We had did some time together in the county. Like, I had knew Musalik, you know what I'm saying? Just now, we wasn't homies or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? But when you just coming through jail to jail with a nigga, you just kind of have a little knowing of the nigga or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We had been doing a little bit of tick together for a little bit of time or whatever. We was on 3 block together up Michigan. I was in the quarantine with the nigga, like, and Michigan and Musalik had the will. Musalik had all day in that joint. They gave that nigga all day too. So Musalik had one of the biggest stores on B block though, especially on the BA side at that time. Maybe on the whole B side period, but he had a huge store. He in the cell with some weird ass nigga named Mark from out Lancaster and some other boy named Juice. Boy, Juice slapped the shit out that nigga one day about the boy Mark keyboard. Juice playing music on Mark keyboard. Mark get mad and turn the music off. Juice just slapped the shit out that nigga. Right in that corner. You know what I'm saying? I told you, right in that corner deadly, you hear me? So whoa, side story and shit. So he in the cell with this boy Mark and shit or whatever. So wham, I'm telling my celly like, no, don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You out of pocket. Don't do that shit, bro. He doing what he want to do. He decide he gonna go put the whole shit in there or whatever. So when you go to the store up in PA or whatever, we used to put the slips in on Sunday nights, Monday mornings. You had to have the slip in. Now that slip that you put in there, you not getting to the following week. You know what I'm saying? Now you still go to commissary, like we go to commissary Tuesdays on B block. So you'll put a slip in on Monday and you'll go to school commissary Tuesday, but it's not for that shit that you just put in the day before. It's for the shit that you put in the Monday before that. So it skips a week or like that. So not only did he put a slip in for that week, he put a slip in for the next week and eventually end up putting all 170 or something like that all upstairs in this boy Musalik cell, which is such a stupid idea to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not built like that. If anything happened to that nigga, you don't know who got what, where shit at, you know what I'm saying, who owe what, this, that, and the third. Then you talking about you a silent partner and you was a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are just like, you burnt. Anyway, we don't know what you going, we fuck you, you're done. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it's gonna be with cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, wham, he ended up putting all this shit up there in that boy's cell or whatever after I told him not to. So, robbery and extortion is a real thing in Pennsylvania jails, and I'm pretty sure every jail too, bro. I'm telling you, it be going down in that joint. So, boom. Niggas is hungry up fed around this time, bro. It's too many vices to be fucking with. Like, it's a horse in the jail. Y'all gotta go watch Horny Mule Part 1. It's a horse in the jail, and she got this shit flooded, y'all. She got this shit so flooded, bro. It's so crazy how she got this joint flooded, man. It don't make no sense, you hear me? I'm talking about this joint crazy, you hear me? Like, anything you want can come. So, nigga, I was getting high every day in that joint. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. Like, I was getting fried out my mind in that joint. It was so much bud in that joint, bro, that I didn't stop smoking weed in jail, bro. I swear to God, bro. Especially around that time, 2012, 2013. It was, 14 too. It never really stopped. It never really was dry. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was always in all the time. Like, so wham, I say all that to say, nigga, so you gotta pay for this shit somehow. You know what I'm saying? it's only so many niggas that got stores. It's only so many. You can only buy 12 packs of cigarettes and shit on commissary a week. You only allowed to have 12, period. You know what I'm saying? If they running your cell and you got more than 12 packs of kite or tobacco, they can take that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can only allowed to have 12 at the time. Now you can't buy none of that shit. They don't even sell that shit no more. But at the time, you was only allowed. Now niggas used to have, I'd have had more than that. You know what I'm saying? You at any given time, you might have 12. You know what I'm saying? But it might be a time you might be holding 24, nigga, or you know what I'm saying? You might have 12 here and you might have 12 and somebody like it, you just be going through packs. You might hit at the table. You might hit a ticket. All types of shit. You might have some bud out. Like all types of shit. So you be having the packs or whatever, but anything could happen. So, but them packs though is real important, especially when you dealing with that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're not dealing with cash apps and shit like that. So niggas is on some deviant shit in this joint, yo. I wasn't the only nigga blitzing niggas in this joint at one point in time. Like niggas was getting ran down on a regular. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so wham, my celly put all this shit up in the nigga's cell or whatever, and I'm just sitting back and I'm watching this shit because I already know that it's gonna go bad. I already know that it's gonna go either because my celly don't know how to talk. So I'm thinking they just gonna go bad on that type terms. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking my celly gonna say something to him and Musali gonna end up slapping the shit out of him, and that's just gonna be that. They gonna end up going through it about the food or whatever. Now, so that's what at least I'm thinking is about to happen. So boom, I'm minding my business. Sure as shit one day, I shit you not, man. I shit you not. They call main yard that afternoon. I'm coming out the Sally Port out the second door. Now, as I'm coming out this door, Stretch is walking through the gate to turn into the. We all going to the main yard, but some reason he turned around, and when he turned around and looked at me, I knew instantly, right then and there, that Musalik was about to get ran down. Or I just knew it. Soon we made eye contact. That shit hit me right like an epiphany out of nowhere, right? Y'all see how that shit just came out of nowhere? That's exactly how it was. I wasn't thinking about that shit. Y'all wasn't thinking about that shit. That's exactly how it was. We made eye contact just like that, and it hit me like an epiphany. I said, they gonna run down on this bull. And sure as shit, this is what happens. So boom, Stretch go to the yard. I walk out to the yard behind him. Sure as shit, Stretch come pull me to the side like, yo, you know niggas is about to run down. He like, or run down, or supposed to be running down on this boy Musalik. He say niggas is supposed to be running down on this boy Musalik. Now, once he tell me that, like I said, I already knew it. He didn't, like, it was some telepathic shit, bro. And I don't even believe in that shit. Like, it was some shit like we just made eye contact and he told me exactly what it was, bro, a mile away, like, and I knew what it was. Every single time Stretch and Gotti and TL told me something was gonna happen in that joint, or some type of drama was gonna play out, or something was happening this way, even if I swore up and down that it wasn't, them niggas was right every single time. They never missed. And not only that, them niggas was deviants in that joint, bro. All three of them niggas deviants, life, quadruple life. Now Stretch and Gotti got home. Shout out my fucking dog TL, man. They got him up way out, far beyond right now, man. He's still spinning, man. I hope TL get that time back. And shout out Tay up Lansdowne from Lansdowne Avenue. He up there too, man. But TL is still spinning, but these bulls is deviants and in the jail. They quiet too. Well, TL not. TL was a deviant from the county. Wait till we get back to more of some of these county words. I'm gonna introduce y'all to TL like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to give y'all too much TL shit upstate yet. I'm gonna tell y'all the TL in the county. That was a wild nigga down there. If you was down State Road with TL or at CFCF from 2006 to 2010, I don't know when a nigga went upstate, bro. You know that nigga was a deviant down that joint, bro. Like, seriously. Anyways, he was the same way upstate, though, but it was worse down that joint because we closer to home. So, he telling me niggas supposed to be running down on this boy's cell or whatever. So, oh my God. So now you kind of put me in a situation like, I'm like, so I don't even ask no question. Once he tell me what it is what it is. I didn't seen the Queen Lex shit happen. I didn't seen a few other, the Tone shit, how they did how they got him the whole J situation. I didn't seen a few other extortions happen. I didn't seen these niggas get their hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? So, alright, these niggas don't mess with me. These my guys. I love these niggas to death anyway. Whatever they on, I'm on too. So boom. He telling me like, yo, niggas supposed to be blitzing bull selling this, that, and the third. So all right, man, whatever, cool. Wham. kind of put me in a bad situation though, because even though I'm not really fucking with my celly, I know he fucked up. Me and this boy had been celly for like 2 years, you know what I'm saying? Not on top of that, we came through together. There was cellies on G Block and all this other shit, like, so I kind of know his situation. I still got a little for the nigga before he turned into a whole joint, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want him to get his shit all caught up in that joint, but at the same time, I know the nigga. I'ma tell him he gonna do some whole shit, gonna run right up there, tell Musalik, you know what I'm saying? Then that shit gonna get out, you know what I mean? Then it's gonna get back that I had something to say, like I ain't getting involved in all that shit, you know what I'm saying? So he telling me like, yo, nigga's supposed to be blitzing the bull cell or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's supposed to be a movie being made in the next couple days or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how that shit gonna go though. He's like, just keep a lookout on that shit. Now, don't nobody know apparently that, at least to my knowledge, that Tay done put all this food up in this bull cell to be a part of this bull store. So wham, I go back to the cell. I'm laying on the shit, no diddy. I'm thinking about this shit for a minute. I'm gonna redo that. I go back to the cell, and now I gotta sit and think about that shit for a minute. Like, do I want to say something to this boy? Say, even I don't even fuck with this nigga like that no more. Like, this boy too miserable for me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got like, it ain't even about the time, nigga. Chin up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Chin the fuck up at all times in that joint. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Life, not life. 1, 2, 3. Chin up, young boy. When you go in that joint, it's chin up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I don't got time for the miserable shit in the cell. I know we all gonna go through some shit, but when it's happening too much and it's too frequent, nigga, I'm out or you out. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna about to hear kill me with this miserable shit. You shouldn't have came to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, I don't care how much long you got, nigga. I held my misery down a different type of way. I'm not making that shit rub off on a bunch of motherfuckers around me that ain't got nothing to do with it, no. So, you know, I wasn't really fucking with cuz like that, you know what I'm saying? But now I still feel bad for him because I know these niggas that stretching them niggas, if they say something going to happen, it's going to happen. It's over for you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You ain't going at now one of them niggas. TL done already parked your shit, had you running around here on 2 joint skis looking all crazy like the boy on the from Philly to Instagram, boy. Had him looking the same way. It's crazy. They kind of look alike. Someone put a side-by-side photo of these niggas, and it's crazy, boy. That's exactly how TL had that nigga shit looking just like that. So this shit was black, and I had one looking like that too, and I got done with him the second time. So, boom. You know, I finally just tell him one day before lunch though. I'm like, yo, look, bro. Niggas supposed to be running down in that boy Musalik cell, man. You need to try to find out, like, where all your shit at, who got what, and how you gonna be able to get it back or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna hold you, that shit is a go, you know what I'm saying? Now, you talking to a robber, he done been a part of some of my capers, he know what's up, he knows, so if I'm giving him that intel, he already know I know what's up. So, surprisingly to me, he tell me, yeah, I had been here, I heard the same thing. So, he like, yeah, all right, it's been going around that niggas is supposed to be blitzing Musalik cell, so that's what the word is apparently. It was news to me, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, oh, all right, I took the weight off my shoulders, then shit, you know what to do with that information, go ahead and do as you please then, player. Cold War back initiated. You ain't gotta say shit to me in this motherfucker, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So boom. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward maybe about a day or two. I remember this shit like it was yesterday. We had a baseball game. Now Marcelli, he play on the baseball team with us, top shot of Bucks. He the coach. All this shit. We out there playing. They had your ass out there playing softball competitively too, nigga. So we come back from the softball game, nigga. I'm talking about nigga be ready to, you know what I'm saying, about that softball up there. We come back from the softball game or whatever, we getting in the shower. So Marcelli get in the shower first. When he get in the shower though, he go upstairs, he go upstairs to the top shower. Now when he in the shower, Musalik in the shower. Musalik up in the top shower. Now Musalik's cell is in BA 45 cell. I feel like one of the worst cells on the block because of where it's located. It's right in the middle of the block upstairs. So right when you walk up the steps, everybody got a clear, direct shot line of view in your cell. Like it's kind of like inevitable for them not to look in your cell. Whether they going this way, whether they going that way, your cell is right in the middle and they coming up the steps. So it's just like a nut ass cell. I was in that cell on G Block. I was in it on GA 45. I hated that cell for that particular reason, whatever. But that's the cell that him and the bull mark or whatever. So they in the showers. I go get in the shower downstairs. Showers upstairs, 4 showers upstairs, 4 showers downstairs. I used to like to take the little handicap shower sometimes. So I go in the little handicap shower in there. I'm in there washing up. I hear these niggas upstairs. Yeah, ain't nobody talking to the whole block. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ain't nobody blitzing me. All this other shit. Yeah, I wish one of these niggas would take cock riding him. Oh yeah, these niggas ain't on nothing. They ain't about nothing. Them niggas crazy. Ain't know who the fuck and all this other shit. Whole time he don't even know. Like, bro, these niggas say that shit gonna happen, bro. That shit is gonna happen. wham, whole block hear this shit too. So they end up calling. You know, I end up hurry up getting out the shop before him. He got in before me. I heard get the fuck out before him. You know what I'm saying? So I can hurry up and get dressed. Sit your ass out there. Let me get dressed real quick and go out. So I'm trying to make it out to this yard. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no parts of what's Gary happened. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want no parts of this shit. I already feel like this is a bad joint all the way around the board. You feel me? I don't want nothing to do with it. And I already know what's coming back to my cell because Tatum put that fucking food up there. So boom, I go out to the yard and shit, spin the track, nothing happened. I'm telling Guns though, like, yo, you got to worry. He like, no, what happened? I'm telling him like, yo, Guns, them niggas going up there and Musa Leak cell. I'm like, and this when I tell Guns like, my celly done put all this fucking food up there or whatever, and them niggas gonna go up and packs in there. Them niggas gonna go in there and take that shit. He like, who? I tell him who. He's like, oh, that shit. Oh, he's like, I might go in there with I might go in there with them. I'm like, no, I don't think Stretching them gonna run in there and get their hands dirty though. I'm like, I don't think that's gonna. I don't see that happening. But I do feel like they got some. I know they playing Puppet Master around this motherfucker. So boom. Couple days pass by after that and shit. Sure as shit, Stretch come back to me like, yo, niggas gonna make a movie tonight. This at halftime tonight. It's supposed to be a movie being made at halftime in a day room Blockyard because we ain't gonna have main yard tonight. So niggas are supposed to be running down in this boy Musa Leak cell. You know what I'm saying? So wham, he telling me like, yo, make sure you come inside if you want to go to the movies and shit. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to the movies, nigga. I love the action in jail. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Like I love the action on the streets too, but I love the action in jail though. Like, you know what I'm saying? The streets is different now. I'm changed, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get no trouble, but I don't mind spectating. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas want to get into a little fight or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm right there. Y'all want to bang it out with each other? Shit, I'll watch from a safe distance. Let's see who won. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all want to do with yourself. I ain't even going to hold you. You feel me? But in jail, I'm all for that. Damn, nigga, I'm for all the goofy shit in that joint, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you till it's time to go home. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to go home, I'm a whole different nigga. You know what I'm saying? Don't say shit to me. I'ma sell my knives. I'm going to Thailand. I don't want no trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave me alone, bro, when it's time to go home. You feel me? Like, I know I get the f*** out of them joints when it's time to chill. You feel me? But when it's not time to chill, nigga, we ain't chilling. You know what I'm saying? We doing all this shit in here. You feel me? All this nut ass shit. It's going down, nigga, I'm with it. So he like, you coming to the movie? Hell yeah, nigga, I got tickets. So I tell Gus like, yo, it's a new movie coming out. That's what we used to call it on B-Block. Cause when we knew the movie was going to get made, nigga, that's what we was calling that shit. And I tell Gus a new movie coming out. You know what I'm saying? He's like, the movie he was telling me about earlier, hell yeah. He was like, so I'm like, yo, look, he going in to go get on the phone. I'm like, yo, when you get, I'm gonna come at halftime, just hold the phone for me or whatever. I'm like, all right, bet. We planning this shit out at breakfast. You know what I'm saying? This shit not happening until 7 o'clock, 7:30 the next day. I mean, I'm 7:30 later on that day and shit. Bam, sure as shit, we fast forward. I tell my celly again, I'm like, yo, you know they supposed to be going up in that bull cell today. You know what I'm saying? He like, yeah, I heard that shit too. Like, the jail talk. So everybody knew that this boy was about to get blitzed. You know what I'm saying? And my celly just don't care. He just like, man, niggas been saying they supposed to been going in there for the last couple days. Ain't nobody went in there yet, man. Ain't nobody going in that bull cell. Like, niggas just be talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, man, cool. I go out to the Blockyard that night. Me and Guns and Mills, we sitting at the poker table chilling. You know what I'm saying? So then Guns go in a little bit early to get on the phone. And then when they call halftime, me and Mills, we slide in through the Sally Port, bro. So when we slide into the Sally Port, I felt it. You could feel it. Like, you know instantly. Like, you just be knowing. So I'm on BA. When you come into the Sally Port, it's BA and it's BB. It's two doors. One leads you to BA, one leads you to BB. But you all got to come through the Sally Port. You could hear the difference. On BB side, it sounded normal. On BA side, it was quiet as shit. You know what I'm saying? You could hear it clear as day. When you been in them jails and them facilities and them institutions for them longs, bro, you could tell. It's just certain shit that you just know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be laying in your bed, you could hear the guard walking past, and the guard could stop, and you could know exactly what cell he stopped at. Type shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it be so crazy sometimes. You could be laying in your bed and you won't even know. You can know what guard walked through the door downstairs, like, just by how they walking. Just like you be in, you live there. That's your crib, bro. So you be knowing. So by the time I even made it, before I even made it on the block, I already knew something was wrong because it was quiet as shit. So now I'm like, damn, I'm late to the movies. So as soon as I walk through the block, all I hear is sneakers scuffling. Skirt, 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 skirt. And then I hear a door shut. Boom. So where Musalik and them cell is, they cell is, like I said, BA 45, but not only is it in the 45 cell, the line of sight it is in, it's right in front of the bubble, like for real. Like it's upstairs, but it's right there in front of the bubble. Like it's like right there. All of the nigga that's at the console, all you gotta do is look up and he'll see they cell with ease, like with no problem or whatever. So that's the door shutting. No, that's they cell shutting. So they went in there, start ripping, and they didn't shut the door. So when I go, I still don't know who running in the cell though. So boom, I go over to the phone. I'm like, yo, Guns already see what happened. Like, yo, Guns, what happened? Who went in there? He like, Dink and some young boy named Heem went in there. Now Dink, like I said, is in the cell with Lim, Stretch, Gotti, TL. They all like this. You know what I'm saying? So Dink and some young boy named Heem. Now he was from Southwest. He ain't even been on the block that long. And young boy was a little retarded. Young boy ended up going, I don't know what happened to young boy after this. Young boy got out the hole after this though. But boom, they go in there though. They run in there on Musalik. So I hear sneakers scuffling in that joint. Everybody quiet. That's all you hear is the quiet, but them sneakers is scuffling. Then you start hearing banging. So you know a nigga getting banged up against that locker. Loud banging too. Boom. Mind you, it's halftime though, so everybody kind of moving around and shit. Niggas going in and out their cells. Niggas going in and off the blocks. You know what I'm saying? It's still a little traffic and a little, you know what I'm saying? This niggas walking past that cell, peeking in and shit. You know what I'm saying? Keep going or whatever like that. Like it's still a little movement going around, but I'm listening. I'm hearing what's going on. So boom, the door fly open. Dink come haul assing out that joint. Kites and packs and Newports and shit flying all off of him or whatever. Boom, when he come haul ass, he shut the door though. Boom. So boom, all you hear is more scuffling in that joint. Dink haul ass down the stairs, he running this cell. You hear more banging around in that joint. Boom, 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 boom. So the guards coming out the bubble because they call halftime Blockyard to the halftime at the day room Blockyard over with. So when they call that's over with, they gotta come around, check all the cells, shut all the doors or whatever. So as they coming out, all you hear is the door fly open again. The young boy Hing fly out. Now when he flew out the cell, bro, like he flew out the cell, bro, with no sneakers on, bro. Nigga ain't have no sneaks on when he flew out the cell, bro. The nigga got knocked out his mom sneakers in that cell trying to blitz. He ain't had no goods. It was no soups, no packs, no weed. It wasn't nothing. That nigga came out that joint with lumps and shoeless. Boom. So he fly out the cell. The door shut again. So that's Musalik. Boom. So when this time I see Musalik. So when Musalik come shut the door, I can't really see that clear up there, but I can see up there. You could tell shirt all ripped, and you could tell he had some blood on his shirt from where I'm sitting at on the phone. I'm gonna show y'all the exact phone I was sitting at and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I could tell or whatever. So when the guards coming around and shut the doors to make sure everybody in for halftime on the Blockyard. If you're not in your cell, you can't, you know what I'm saying, to make sure all the doors is shut. So when he go past Musalik's cell, he walked past it first, he slowed down, then he walked back past and he go look back again. You know what I'm saying? He like, yo, you alright in there? So as soon as he said that shit, shout out to Tata from Harrisburg. Tata like, yo, send that shit downstairs, bro. We about to lock down for the night. I don't know what he was talking about. I don't know. All I remember hearing is like, yo, send that shit downstairs, bro. We get locked down for the night. So as soon as he said that, the guard like, I need the sergeant up here at BA 45 cell or whatever. So the sergeant come up there and shit. I think his name was Rodriguez or whatever. I forget the boy name. I think his name was Rodriguez if I'm not mistaken. But Sergeant Rodriguez. So the sergeant like everybody. So the sergeant like everybody take it down. So sure as everybody take it the fuck down, you know what I'm saying? We locked down or whatever. Boom. All the guards and shit run over there or whatever. Now when Musalik Sully, when this shit happened, Musalik Sully wasn't even in the cell when them niggas ran in there. But he seen them niggas go in there. He ain't going there and help boys. Like I told you, I'm juice slapped the shit out this nigga in the Blockyard one day. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? All the guards run over there. They end up locking up Musalik. And they locked up his Sully. Boom. Take them niggas off the block. Next thing I know, some different type niggas come over there. Some suits. Start coming over there, start snapping pictures of the cell and all this shit. All this crazy shit. We looking like, what the f going on in here? Put a whole yellow crime scene tape joint on that joint. Whole joint, cap the joint. Next morning they come shake the block down or whatever. So after they get through shaking us down, they let us out after lunch or whatever. We was cool, everything was back to normal or whatever. But they got a cap on this cell on BA 45 cell. They got a cap on this cell for at least a month and a half. Ain't nothing shaking with this cell. Every time all the doors open, don't none of that shit open. So mind you, all my celly in there. All my celly is in there. So after they come and get Musalik and then Celly and take them to the hole, they come get Dink and they came and get Hing like 2 days later and took them to the hole. So all these boys is in the hole. This cell is shut down. Can't nobody get in this cell at all. Boom. One morning, I'm in the cell. Shout out to Lit from 46th Street and Tuffy. Shout out to Tuffy from 46th Street too. You know what I'm saying? Cause me and Tuffy had H-back together and shit. And me and Tuffy had a real deep conversation about this story I'm about to tell y'all now. But I'm talking about we had this conversation then in H-back, Mr. Nelson class or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I'll tell y'all the story. So wham, it's a nigga named Lit though from 46th Street. You know what I'm saying? I talked about Lit in the last thing, Glock Dookie too, but Lit was on B Block with us though. It's how I knew Lit or whatever. Me and Lit got a couple stories. We ended up going to K Block together and all types shit on the Honor Block. Lit was shout out to Lit 46th Street though. Shout out to RIP Buys. Shout out to everybody from the projects, man. All them niggas, Mill Creek and shit. So shout out Free Dirty D, man. Shout out all them niggas. But anyways, so Lit was a block worker on B Block or whatever. So one day he come down to my cell. He know I'm the blitz master on the block. You know, already know I'm running down on everything. He like come down to the cell. He like, yo, look up. So I'm looking at you like, what I'm looking at? He like, yo, look up. I'm looking at you like, yo, I got that cell open. I'm like, what cell? He like 45. So I'm like, yo, how the f you do that? So I look up, sure as shit. He done got the cap off that cell and got the cell open. He like, yo, you trying to go in there? I'm like, hell yeah.
Alright, I see you, Will.